Thanks for joining me everyone. I just want to have a talk about the XP Deus 2 WS6 module menus and features. Now when you first look at this module and start pressing the buttons, it can all become a little bit daunting, so I'm just going to walk you through some easy steps and just so you can get a feel for it. But as always, repetition is the easiest way to learn. So I've found the easiest thing is to convert the RC buttons to the module buttons, and this is really easy. At the top of the RC you will see options, menu and GB. Now on the bottom of the module you'll see on the left the cogwheel button and on the right, bottom right, the line button. Now you can easily convert these features from the RC to the module by doing this. First of all, let's take the menu button and the GB button, and they both relate to the bottom right button of the module. The GB menu is tagged underneath the menus. So you've got menu all the way down, then GB starts at the bottom, and on the left you've got the options feature on your RC, and that relates to the bottom left button on your module, the cogwheel button. So if you remember those things, you won't go far wrong. And of course the plus and minus buttons are made for adjustments. They're exactly the same as your RC. So let's get straight into the first feature on this WS6 module. So let's turn on the module, and we're presented with the factory programs 1 to 12, and they're accessed by using the plus and minus keys to scroll through them. For this video I'm going to use program 1 general. So there we go, we've got general program there on the screen. It's showing number 1. I'm trying to do this without my glasses, so bear with me. So if we press the bottom button there, bottom right, the line button, we're presented with our first feature, which is your discrimination feature. And you'll see 3 icons at the bottom of it. Now the icon on the left is your back button, the icon on the right is your down button, and on some menus you've got an extra icon which is an arrow, and that's telling you there's another page. Okay, let's quickly press it once and we go down there. Sensitivity 95. One more. We've got frequency scan. Now just press and hold that and that'll go through the frequency scan really quickly. There it goes, you can see it going through now. All done. And down one more, we've got the iron volume, reactivity 2.5. we can speed up or slow the machine down using the plus and minus buttons, audio response, and now we're getting into the GB menu. It's tagged onto the bottom, so the ground balance there, go down one more, ground stabilizer, and we're back to the discrimination menu, which is number 10. So let's have a little talk about this extra page, and that's accessed by a long press on the button. So let's give the button a long press and we're into a new menu, and this is the tones. So as with the Deus RC, we've got 2 tones, 3 tones, 4 tones, 5 tones, pitch and full tones, but there on the screen you can see there's an extra page to that, and that's accessed once again with a long press. So let's have a little look at that, because there's quite a nifty feature here. A long press on the tones, and now we've got tones and tone breaks, so we can assign a tone and a tone break just using the headphone menu. So here we go, tone number 1 202, tone break 10, press the button again, tone number 2 518, tone break 72, tone number 3 644, and of course there's no tone break because we're at the top of the tree. And now we're going to use this bottom left button as the back button to get out of it, and we're back into the tone. So let's go down one more. We have bottle cap reject, and we have the notch feature, so you can adjust your notch settings through the headphones just by quickly pressing the plus button, and that's accessing your numbers. But we're going to do a whole new video on the notch feature. So let's go back one more, back into the discrimination menu. So I think that's pretty much covered that right hand side menu. Let's go back into the detect screen. Now we're going to access the cogwheel button, and this is a whole new range of features. So once again, the same applies. Some features have got an extra page, some features have got a long press. Press it once and we're into the volume. We can adjust the headphone volume up and down, but we've got a long press to that, haven't we? So let's give it a long press, and that takes us into the graphic equalizer, so we can make changes to our audio tones to suit our hearing. But as you see there, the back button is now on the other side, so let's click back. Back in the audio, go down one, and we've got the sounds PWM or square. They're accessed using the plus and minus buttons. One more, and we've got the settings menu, and it's got a whole new page there. So let's open the settings menu up with a long press. Language GB, down one more. Contrast, down one more. Go terrain. Frequency scan. Now we can have frequency scan auto or manual. Update, and the info panel. And this is the perfect opportunity to talk about updating your headphones and your controller, because these are both updated separately. When you're updating the controller, you use the 6-pin DIN plug in the back, but when you're updating your headphones, you use a single-sided lead supplied with your machine. And also custom programs. If you're using the RC and the headphones as a receiver, well, all your custom programs in the RC can be used as normal, as well as the factory default programs. But when the RC isn't on and you're using the headphones as a master, the custom programs from this unit will not be saved into the headphones. So you have to assign your own custom programs into the headphones. And of course, you can still use the factory preset programs. Right, let's go into the back button and scroll down past the settings. We have programs. Now this is where you save your custom programs into the headphone menu. Down one more, we've got pairing. Here we can pair the coils, the headphones, or the MI6 pinpointer. And pairing the coils is quite nifty, because on this feature, all you have to do is give it a long press, find an empty slot for your second coil, plug your coil on charge, and the headphones or the RC will see the new coil and automatically put the numbers in. But of course, you can put your own numbers in manually if you wish. So let's go back out of that, right. And that's it, we're back to the volume menu. And I think that's just about covered the WS6 module menus and features. The only thing I really need to talk about now is the shortcut keys, because each of these buttons has its own shortcut key. Let's start off with the top left, the minus button. Press and hold it, and we go into the volume menu, so you can shortcut to the volumes, make any changes you need. But even if you want to sort of keep going down, you can access the rest of the menu from that shortcut key. So let's press the back button, and now let's do a long press on the cogwheel button, and that takes us into the ground grab, where you just simply pump the coil on the ground while holding that button in once, and it grabs the ground. Takes seconds, really simple. Top right, the plus button, that's for your go terrain to register your targets. And the bottom one there, you can see it's got a red circle around it, so that's telling us that's the pinpoint button. So we just press and hold the button there for the pinpoint, and there it is on the screen. It comes up and zooms in as you get closer to the target. Press the back button to get out of it, and we're back in the detect screen there. So I think that's just about covered the WS6 module headphone features. Thanks for watching. Once again, it's been emotional, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.